Yo, what's happening, y'all? What's happening? Yeah, your boy been gone for a week, so like I said before, I'm catching up on certain stuff. This is gonna be me catching up, and this was dead. You know what? Three days ago, I think 3 days ago. I'm not sure. But I feel Safaree to the fullest, 150% on him coming out putting Erica Mena on blast with the BS that she's doing and she's been doing. Okay, he's been quiet for a few years, and there's no way that I can honestly say I would have been quiet with the things that she's been saying about me. I really honestly can say that I wouldn't. So kudos to this man for keeping his mouth closed on certain stuff that ain't nobody business, which it ain't. But this is also to let everybody know that, okay, Erica Mena is foul. She's a foul individual.
Children in a co-parenting setup, and I found my house, and I'm gonna be all the way blunt and straight up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I got this house because of my kids. I got this house for my kids. Seeing my kids be here running around, it's the best feeling. When you have children with somebody who, at the end of the day, it shouldn't even have happened, because I should have just noticed certain things when it came to parenting. When you're with someone for 3 years and they have a child, and you probably saw the child 3 to 4 times because the child was put off to go live with somebody else, and you kind of look past it when you don't have kids or you're not thinking about that. I never even was like, yo, why doesn't your son live here? And then when you finally get to have a conversation with the son and find out why, it's crazy. Imagine speaking to a child who's of age and knows what's going on. He's 16 years old. And he says, if I ever had to live with my mother, I wouldn't make that up, And it sucks that I gotta really just run this down because of this smear campaign and somebody who gets such a high on just talking about me and picking and choosing what kids you want to, have in the forefront and get whatever extra attention you get off of it. So I kind of just look past certain things, and
I'm not going to be pausing it all the way through because I actually think that a lot of people need to hear what he's saying. But people also need to bring to the forefront when they talk about Erica Mena how she actually did that. That was very messed up that she put her kid off on her parents. And now she's trying to act like she's some good fit mother. She's not. She's not. I hope y'all remember that she did that. And this is long time ago. Like the man said, that little boy is 16 now. So she ain't never been a mother to that child. Ever. I want y'all to remember that. Ever.
Thought that, maybe I could help and make things better. But when you aren't with somebody and it doesn't work out, and the two of you are just in a weird space and everything is a fight, especially in front of the kids, I'm not going to subject myself to that. My kids have never, ever seen me upset. My kids have never heard me yell.
You're dead to me. Yeah, you are too. You did that. You did that. Your child needs these 3 key factors to get.
Go ahead, you too, bitch. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because your other 2 kids are going to be miserable just like you. No, fuck all of y'all. Go ahead. Jerk off. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. All because of you. All because of you. All because of you.
I don't argue. That's just not in me. But, you know, on the other hand, the other side, they don't operate or think the way I do. And when I have my kids and someone is pretty much trying to police and parent and like watch every single thing I'm doing and call, oh, who's there? Well, what's going on? It's just so unhealthy, so excessive, to the point where it just creates a lot of issues. Like, you can't pick and choose when it's okay to say, okay, the kids are good, and then if we're not, you know, in a good space, then it's an issue, you know. I've taken my kids to Jamaica. If I was such a bad parent, nobody's gonna let a man take the kids to Jamaica by myself. I didn't have no help, and I don't want a biscuit for it. I did it, you know. It just creates such a level of toxicity that,
you know what, I'm sitting there thinking, which is really true. I just thought about it, but it is really true. I don't feel that no one that actually is in social media being seen like that, you know, the only good relationships and marriages I've seen was when the other person that's in the marriage is not on social media as well. Like, what's his name? Like Ice Cube. Ice Cube is out in the public eye. His wife isn't. Their marriage is going good. Snoop Dogg is in the public eye. His wife isn't. Their marriage is going good. That's crazy how it's like that. Shaq was in the public eye. Whatever his wife's name, well, ex-wife's name was, she wanted to be in the public eye. Their marriage didn't work out. For whatever reason it may have been, don't matter. You know, that's crazy to me. I just thought about that. But keep listening.
it's better to just be like, you know what? I'm going to deal with this through the courts. And when this thing gets sorted out, how it's supposed to be sorted out, then, okay, we'll figure it out. So for the past, few months, that's what I've been dealing with when it came to, looking for lawyers and just trying to figure out this whole thing, because my original standing order for this child support and the visitation and all of that, everything, it originated from Georgia. We moved to Florida. When we moved to Florida, everything has to get transferred over. It just got transferred over like this week. So now I get to find out what this new setup is going to be, because I refuse to go to her house to pick up the kids. I refuse. I'm not. It's just too unstable, too unpredictable, and the only way I would do it is either a police precinct, or if the kids are somewhere else and I'm picking them up from there. But everything is just done off of spite and being malicious intent on the other end. Me, I don't move like that. I don't live like that. When people look at me, I don't look like I'm carrying stress. I don't look like I'm losing weight. I don't look like I'm just harboring so much hate inside me that it physically begins to show. And I'm a father. I'm a grown-ass man. When I have my kids in there with me, they're under my care. They don't have nothing to worry about. So I'm not going to have anybody acting like they need to know every single thing going on. When I was filming Love and Hip Hop, Miami, and I had my kids here, calling, oh, where the kids at? What are they doing? Oh, you better not be filming with the kids. Oh. First of all, I've never filmed with the kids ever by myself on Love and Hip Hop. They're not a part of my storyline. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm not gonna be in the park pushing the kids, playing, of course they wanted to see me film with them, but both parents have to sign off on that. And that wasn't happening. And You know, the last instant of when we had a transfer with the kids, it was, she called me and said, hey, I'm in the area. I could save you a trip. I could come pick the kids up. And I'm tired and I don't want to do the drive. And it was like really like early in the morning or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. I let her in, lay down in the kids' room. One of the kids was in there. Next kids was laying with me in my room. And when she gets up, she's like, she wants to have a conversation with me. I'm like, okay, let's talk. As soon as she starts talking, is yelling, screaming, all of that. I said, yo, look, I'm not doing that. And if you can't talk to me normally in front of the kids, where the kids don't realize that we're having a discussion about something that we're not agreeing on, then I'm not having it.
Hey, check this out. So I stopped buying random...
Oh, I don't give a half, blah, 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 blah. All this yelling, whatever. So I'm like, okay, forget it. Just, you know, you here, pick them up, you can leave. And in my face, all of that, blah, 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 and all that. So I'm like, all right, you don't want to leave. I call the cops. I'm on the phone with the cops. I'm telling them, hey, you know, before this escalates, I would like police presence here because I want her to leave. Filming me calling the cops. Okay, I'm calling the cops, you're filming me. You're the one.
And honestly, this is a smart man. I really honestly got to give him his credit. This is a very smart man, because a lot of men mess up on this note right there. A lot of men get put in jail because of things like this. And I'm pretty sure she done put a couple men in jail that aren't able to hold their composure like this man did. She seems that way. Y'all already know how I get down and how I talk about situations when women aren't cool like that. You know what I'm saying? So she seems like that type of woman. She really does. And I'm glad that this man holds his composure. She already shows, been done showed, damn Safaree, way before Safaree then came into the picture. I've been thinking Erica Mena been, I'm not even going to say that. They want to let this play. But I've been thinking she was the snake from hell. I really have. I've been have. But this is a very smart man. So cats need to get this man his kudos regardless of what they think about him. Because I'm not going to act like I'm some Safaree fan. But he get much kudos for calling the police instead of forcefully putting her out his house.
With the anger management problem just going off. So break stuff up in the house, has the kids running over glass, breaking stuff up outside. After that, I just was like, you know what? If I can't pick up my kids in a place that is like a drop-off point or a police precinct, I'm not picking them up because I'm not going to her house ever again in life. My daughter, she has an iPad. I'm blocked on the iPad. My daughter's 4 years old. She doesn't know how to block people. She doesn't even know how to text. Childish, just like BS like that. So I'm like, okay. The next time I got my kids after that, before that, when I went and I was gonna get a restraining order because, you know, she's doing stuff like showing up in my crib, 5 o'clock in the morning, pulling out a ladder, hopping the fence.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
Hanging on my windows. My son's birthday party was like a month after that. No, like it was a while after that. And then when I went to the party, they said, hey, you want a restraining order, but you went to a party, she was there, so you must not be in that much fear. So I had to drop that case. And this is me having to have 2 different lawyers. So this is 2 separate lawyers for one lawyer for that, and another lawyer for this whole family court thing. And next time I got them, it was for, you know, beginning of the summer. And I was like, yo, I'll keep the kids for the summer. Let me know. My mother, my sister's here. They love being around them. They want to be around them. That's the issue. I can't reach my daughter's iPad. Pickup situation isn't sorted out. So when I finally do get them, I sign them up for summer camp. She gets so mad at me for signing them up for summer camp. There's a summer camp by my house. She lives 40 minutes away from me. Summer camp. I'm like, cool, I got them. Let me at least do that. Because, you know, they were here. And my mother's like, yo, you can't just be having them here playing, whatever. She was like, they need some, you know, structure. Sign them up for summer camp. I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. I signed them up for the summer camp. I paid for it. I paid $2,000 to put them in summer camp. They went to summer camp for 3 days because she had such an issue with me putting them in summer camp by my house. And was like, why did I talk to her, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, I have the kids. They're under my watch and care. I want to put them in a summer camp by me. And I'm going to show y'all because it's like...
Don Bacon raised taxes on middle class.
Not just talking just to talk, but put them in summer camp. This was the first month. This is what it was supposed to do. This is what it's supposed to be. This is the schedule. Summer camp July, boom, boom, boom. The entire month. This was going to be their schedule for the entire month. This is their lunch schedule. This is one of the things she made for me in one of the days that she was in summer camp. So I'm like, okay, what's wrong with putting the kids in summer camp? And it just was such a control thing, and it created it created so much drama. Oh, drop the kids off. Oh, you putting them in summer camp. Just nothing made absolute any sense. Nothing. Like, it was just such an irate, ignorant conversation, because it's to the point where we don't even speak direct. Like, my house is set up for them. I got their shrine set up. This is for them. This is their area. You walk in, this is Maji's room. Ain't no deadbeat doing this. Deadbeats ain't doing this. My daughter's room is bigger than some adults' rooms. And it's just so insane to me how people just, oh yeah, you're a deadbeat. Yo, I know about real deadbeats. And this situation is all about control. This woman texted a naked picture of me to my mother and my sister because she wanted to let them know that, oh, you and your son, I'm pretty sure your son's not telling you what's really going on between us and all of this other nonsense. Okay. Me and you are still, you know, having a relationship, and that's over with. Thank God that's over with. Like, you know, I prayed about that, and there's absolutely nothing physical going on anymore. And you taking naked pictures and sending it to my mother and my sister to do what and prove what? My mother and my sister are the most least problematic people on earth. My mother's not one of those mothers. She's not like a TV mother who's here acting rah-rah and doing a bunch of ignorant nonsense. Like, my mother is so calm and zen, and anyone who knows my mother and my sister and what they do, like my sister and my mom, they are in the holistic field. Everything about them is zen, herbs, teas, spiritual. And you're sending naked pictures of me to my mother and my sister. For what? And it's like, that's the type of nonsense I have to deal with. I cannot ever pick up my kids in peace. Everything is just long and drawn out. And it's just so unfair that when a woman says something, no matter what, it's like, oh, it's the man's fault. People are like, but you didn't know. And I'm kind of like, you know what? Well, I thought I could make somebody not be just like as angry. But then when things just started like going sour and not working out, it just became it's just not even realistic to deal with. I saw somebody say one time, and I totally felt it, and if you're a father, I know you could relate to this. And it's like, they're like, yo, When you're dealing with a woman who makes you being a parent, they just make it so hard. It is so draining dealing with someone who's trying to draw you out, someone who wants a reaction from you, someone who talks about you nonstop because they want a reaction. I'm not one of those people. I don't care about people liking me and caring and proving my point. Like, hey guys, look, no, this isn't true. This is what's really happening. People who know me, my mouth has been quiet for years. I don't say nothing. It's just so draining. Like everything about it. Like her own family is going after her for child support because she doesn't do anything to help her son. So then to try to make it seem like I'm some deadbeat and I'm not trying to be there for my kids, I would love to be there for my kids, but it would be nice for you to get out the way. Let me be a father. Let me take my kids and go wherever I want with them. My kids are never in danger. They don't ever have to worry about nothing. This is not about money. This is not about child support. My kids love me.
I'm gonna go to Target and get them. Yes. I just got my leg.
What's in it? Can I take a bag with something in it?
I want to go to Mommy.
Mommy missed. She was missing you. She was looking for you.
I don't want to go to Mommy.
I just want to say, like, you know, doing shit like this don't benefit me. This don't help me. Like, I don't like this kind of attention. That's why I usually never say anything. But this thing has been going on for so long that it's like, how much longer am I gonna let Ish slide? You know?
And honestly, man, I'm glad the man actually finally said something, because she's been dogging this man for a real long time. A real long time. But I really feel him because I've went through a lot of what he's talking about. And if it wasn't for the woman I'm with, and this is 20 years ago. 20 years ago. You hear what I'm saying? 20 years ago. My baby mama really was taking full advantage of me because I didn't know nothing about the child support system. I didn't know nothing about that. She was taking full advantage of me. Like, it was crazy how she was taking advantage of me. But again, my woman actually showed me how she was, and just the simple fact that, okay, I had just as equal rights as she did with my children blew my mind with the things that she was doing. It really blew my mind, just that. Like, she can't keep you away from your kids. Just that alone blew my mind. I thought I didn't have no say-so. But regardless, I really understand this man. I understand all he's going through. That's messed up. And the fact that there are women out here that will knock the fact that he doesn't want to see those kids if he got to go through her. It's foul. He's showing everyone why he don't want to go through her. He's actually showing. It's not like, that he doesn't have a reason why. He's actually showing why there's a reason. I wouldn't want to go through it as well. To be honest with you, I would have pressed charges on her for breaking all the stuff in my house. To be honest with you. I'm just keeping it real with you. I would have pressed full charges against her for doing that.
Much things to list and name. Like, I would have to sit there with a pen and pad and write down every single incident and all that. But I'm doing this one and one time only. Like, but it's just a lot of corny shit. All the fake Instagram pages, harassing my mother, harassing my sister. If I'm talking to a girl, all of a sudden the girl starts getting harassed from the same fake Instagram names. And it's like, yo, it takes so much energy to like be like that, and I don't have that type of energy.
Do not take apple cider vinegar.
This right now is giving me such a headache, and I'm not the kind of person to get headaches. My head is pounding right now just talking about all this. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna let God is gonna do what God is gonna do, and that's gonna be that. Like, this ain't it's not a storyline. I'm not on Love and Hip Hop. This is my real life right now. I'm tired. I heard somebody one time say, like, when you go through things in life, nothing stays the same, nothing lasts forever. And that's kind of how I've been dealing with this. Like, even with as long as I've, not seen my kids. Because, whether it's right or wrong, I'm just standing on, I'm not going to your house to pick up the kids. I don't precinct or somebody from your family's house that I don't have no issue with going over there, and that's that. But like, I'm not putting myself in any position to crash out, potentially snap, lose my, like, come on, because there's people who be in situations like this. Everyone's not able to like be this cool. This shit is draining. When you get to a certain age in life, like, drama and just all of this corny nonsense and fighting and arguing on the internet, putting your personal business on the internet, on social media, to people who don't, like, I don't want no one to feel sorry for me. I don't need sympathy. I don't need pity. I don't care about none of that from nobody. I know at the end of the day what's going on, and that's that. I'm just dealing with someone who doesn't deal with logic. They deal with their way or no way. And if it's not their way, you're gonna get harassed. And I don't got time. I don't care what nobody's doing. I'm not harassing you. You DMing girls that I was talking to and telling them shit, and it's like, it's corny. I did that once. And when I did it, I didn't send pictures and videos and say, look, this is what's happening. I just was like, I want to talk to you, because I, like, on some, hey, look, if this is who you dealing with, I just want to let you know that this is what's happening, and if y'all are dealing, then leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't really about that. I'm just trying to have my time and my setup with my kids. My mother and my sister would love for me to bring them to New York and spend some time with them there. And it's just nothing is easy. Everything is a fight. And I don't fight, I don't argue, it's draining. I'm not doing it. So when all this core stuff is said and done, it is what it is. This is not about child support. So this thing it's not about money. It's way bigger than that. It's about, let me be a father, stay out the way, and that's it. Stop trying to act like you don't care when you do care. Stop harassing my mother, stop harassing my sister, stop harassing anyone that's close to me. And this is not to bash. This is just the truth. This is just what it is. So that narrative that everyone just thinks is so cool to run, like, you use common sense. If I haven't seen my kids, there is a reason. And this is the reason. You're going to see it. You're going to see everything.
That seems like a woman that actually is hurt that he doesn't want her no more. That's what that seems like to me. That's all that seems like to me. But regardless of any of that, she should be downed heavily and talked about heavily for not letting that man raise his kids. There's too many black fathers out here that don't care about being a father to their kids. And it seems like to me like this man wants to be a father to his kids. So she's one of the worst mothers ever to me. There is no in between that. She's just terrible. And for one, I feel him deeply on not wanting to see those kids unless there's police present, or if we meet at a halfway point or somewhere where you drop those kids off and I come pick them up. I 100% feel him on that. Because there's too many brothers that's going to jail because a woman pushes his button and then cry wolf. Too many women do that. And people don't look at the fact that she provoked it. There's women that don't provoke it, but there's plenty of women that do, and then try to act like it's the man's fault. Plenty of women do that. Now this is her doing some control damage because she knows she looks crazy, and she knows that everyone is seeing how fake she is. Maybe a few of them forgot how she was back in the day and how she threw her kid off on her mother. Maybe people don't forgot, but this is just a reality check. Like, she's a deadbeat mother. Talk about being a deadbeat dad. She's a deadbeat mother.
To feel sorry for me. Now, if you want to feel the embarrassment that I might be feeling because I'm a human, and if you're human, I'm sure, you kind of understand where I'm going with that, then yeah, that's one thing. I'm human. There's moments where we are embarrassed. If anything, be embarrassed with me, because shit. Look what I've been dealing with. And there's so much that, honestly, the world doesn't even know. But anyway, back to the comment. I chose him. Do y'all forget? I was chased for 3 years. And I wasn't budging. Like, mofo had to go through my friends and my family just to get me to reply in a text, let alone give him any type of chance.
What's wild is that had nothing to do at all. That had nothing to do with the fact of you being the type of person you are. That had nothing to do with that. Zero. But it is what it is. She's a deadbeat mother, trying to make him seem like he's a deadbeat dad, which he's showing that he's not. And I honestly hope she get bashed to the core. I honestly hope. I really do. I really hope women all around the world just start talking about her bad. Talking about her terribly bad. But you're going to have a few that are snake mothers as well that actually is going to congratulate her on the things she's doing. Like, they ain't going to look at the fact that how could you put your son off on your mother and your sister to go off to be, what do they call those? Video vixen? Is that what they call them? I don't forget what they call them, but you know what I'm saying? You put them off to be that. Okay? And then on the video I just showed you, okay, for one, what do they call that shit? Lip balm. Whatever the stuff they put on your lips. The lip Botox is showing heavily, okay, woman? It's showing heavily, okay? Your lips look terrible. I know that you got some fools that's going to try to tell you you look good. Your lips look terrible. But again, like I said, this brother, I ain't going to say he needs a award like he's stressed. He ain't trying to get no award. He ain't trying to get no brownies. None of that. Ain't none of that. He's just tired of this woman talking down on him. And I feel him 100%. Because I've been through that. I am glad that my babies are of age to where I don't got to deal with their mother. I am very glad on that. You don't know how happy that made me when my kids became of age. So I understand this man's pain because his kids are very young and he got to deal with her. But them courts if you actually want to, you can get custody of your kids, man, because she's showing how unfit of a mother she is. So you should think about that. You should think about that. She's showing how unfit of a mother she is. Serious business. So you probably should talk to your mother, your sister, whatever, about moving down there where you at to help you out. And I would try to get custody of my kids. I really would. But I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace.